Good evening. Welcome to the Sports 2.0 Network, the get your kids to bed version of the Sports 2.0 Network. It is Wednesday, June 2nd. I am Rodney Knuppel. This is Tim Big Unit Van Straten. Good evening, Timothy. How are you this evening?
Hope the lullabies were short and sweet because the kids need to be sound asleep for this one, Rodney.
Yes,
That's all
sir.
I'm going to say.
Yes, sir. It's time to get them to bed. We will get started with the show, but before we do so, let's take a look at that beautiful intro. It's the Sports 2.0. This is the Kids Your Bed version. You're still a panelist, buddy. I don't know what you're going to have to do to move up. But
do I need to grease some pockets? I don't know. I thought just verbal threats would be enough to get it done, but do I need to actually shell out some cash to get things changed here?
Yeah, you're a panelist tonight. Hey, panelist.
Yeah, just your lowly expert analyst to talk about all things. I mean, I don't even know what we have on the schedule. That's how much of a panelist I am.
I guess I'm trying to figure out what are we going to talk about tonight, Tim. Hey, let's actually. Okay, so first of all, rule number one.
Hold on. As you can see, so Rodney, we went beer the first couple days, right?
Oh yeah.
It took us into the third show for you to go Mike's Hard Lemonade and for me to go White Claw.
There you go. There you go.
We are the most basic of bees tonight.
At some point, are you going to run out?
Ugh.
No,
I don't know why I drink that. I don't like it. What's that?
Are you going to run out of drink one of these shows? I mean, are you going to get to like a Wednesday or Sunday night and you're going to be like, oh no, I don't got anything?
Almost. I mean, Rodney, you know this. The first two shows, it was like 8:59 when it was finally, oh, Tim, are you forgetting something? And I'm like, oh, crap. And it's definitely going to happen again. And at that point, there's going to be nothing left over in the fridge. And that's it. I don't know what I'm going to do then.
You're going to have to admit, well, you're going to have to send it. You're going to have to send your wife out.
Yeah. I mean, I have like vanilla extract. I have things like that. So in a pinch, I could do it to get a quick buzz on.
All right. So we've covered rule number one. Got your kids to bed. You know what? Here's where I want to start. As you know, I am a St. Louis Cardinal fan through and through, but we've got to get to Carlos Martinez's stat line, and we've got to do it right now. Carlos Martinez is the ultimate GCD tonight. If we haven't explained the GCD, Tim, tell the audience what GCD might be.
So the origin of GCD goes back to, 2017 or 2018, where the Cardinals wilted down the stretch in September. Rodney, on his very active Twitter account, started to refer to the Cardinals on a near nightly basis as gutless choking dogs. Harsh, but fair. And at that point, we said, you know what? I feel like that could apply to just more than the Cardinals. So we shortened it to just GCD. And for the last several years, if you say GCD, it stands for gutless choking dog. And I think Carlos Martinez and his outing tonight against the Dodgers would qualify as a GCD.
Carlos Martinez threw 39 pitches against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium tonight. 39 pitches, and he gave up 10 runs. That's all right. That is really hard to do. 39 pitches, 10 runs.
You know what the sad thing is too, Rodney?
You're looking at a run every 4 pitches. You got to be kidding me. What's the sad thing?
The sad thing is if you look at his last 5 starts, I mean, he's gone like 6+ innings in 4 of them. He's actually delivered some really nice quality starts, and everything unraveled tonight to the point where now his season ERA is close to 6.
Yeah, 5.83. And now, after 2 innings, they're only on pace for 44 runs as the ever popular Jake Woodford came in and shut the door on the Dodgers after they scored 11 runs in the first inning. 11 runs first inning. That is your gutless choking dog of the night. That would be Carlos Martinez. Congratulations, Carlos.
Now, I don't want to do like a 30-minute St. Louis Cardinals show, but let me just ask you this. Are you worried about the bullpen at all?
Yeah, it sucks. Sucks.
Walks, just everything, all of it.
Ungodly amount of walks, record high amount of walks. like 4 pitch walks, uncompetitive pitching. I mean, you're coming up there, bases loaded, and you're throwing 4 straight balls. I mean, we could add another GCD to the list, and that would be the St. Louis Cardinal bullpen. Outside, really, of Alex Reyes, been borderline all-star, if not an all-star.
A lot of fans were really upset that he wasn't the NL reliever of the month, that they gave it to a MVP candidate, Ryan Tepera, instead.
Yeah, Tepera, who has been good and was Houdini against the Cardinals, got out of the base of the jam. But we've literally got about 10 seconds left to Cardinal talk, because that's it for the night. But Giovanni Gallegos has also been pretty good. But that's about it. Gallegos, Reyes, that's about it. Rest of them.
I think that we are officially creating a GCD of the night, or that could be a new segment idea that we've just added.
There you go. Start the show. So I guess the question is going to be, are we going to talk golf tonight, or are we not going to talk golf? We've got to get to the NBA. We're not talking golf now, but do we want to talk Memorial or not?
I don't know. How about this? How about ask me in 10 minutes? Let's see how the NBA talk is going. Then from there, we'll maybe sprinkle a couple guys we like, because I know we'll look at some names, Rodney. You and I, as per our rules, aren't going to do a whole lot of research. We don't have data and spreadsheets. We're just going to look and say, like, you know what, Tony Finau, and then just call it a day.
Yeah. If we wanted nerd talk, we would be on a different show.
Right.
And we would be
and the kids would not be in bed for the nerd talk.
No, because it would be at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
that's when nerds have their shows. But anyways, let's get to the NBA. Bucks, Nets, Bucks coming up Saturday. This could be an. I mean, I know they're both Eastern Conference, so physically it can't be, like, it's impossible to be an NBA final. But this is 2 teams NBA champion caliber, isn't it?
Yeah. Is there any doubt in your mind that the winner of this series is going to the NBA Finals? Because to me, there's zero doubt.
Which is funny, because Philadelphia is number 1 seed, but Joel Embiid's hurt.
Right. And honestly, even a healthy Joel Embiid, and I still would have said the Bucks or the Nets are going to the NBA Finals. I'm really excited about this series. They're the 2 highest scoring offenses in the NBA this year. There's 3 former / current MVPs, I guess, if you want to throw Giannis in there as a current MVP in this series total. You have a veteran coach against a first-time coach. It's crazy storylines all throughout. This is a series to me that I don't think you're going to get a better one that might even include the NBA Finals. I think this might be the best playoff series that we get for the entire postseason.
Push comes to shove, though, for me, it comes down to Brooklyn has 3 elite players, and Milwaukee has probably 2.
Yeah, because I think now, at this point, Chris Middleton he's close to it.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got 3 no doubters for Brooklyn, and you've got 1 3/4, or maybe call it 2, where Chris Middleton's kind of on the cusp there. And when push comes to shove, I'm going with the team with 3 legitimate dudes that can take over the series. I mean, that game, whatever 5 or whichever one it was, those cats scored over 100 points combined. You don't get that very often. That is the epitome of the big 3. And I think right now in the NBA, a week ago we were clamoring about the Lakers, which we took some grief on, by the way. I haven't even sent that to you yet, but I think the Nets are my team right now to win the NBA Finals.
It seems like a team that is very hard to stop, and perhaps the only way that they get stopped is if they get in their own way.
Yeah.
And I think that was a huge concern when they assembled this whole super team. When they added James Harden to the mix, it was like, okay, well, what's going to happen when someone isn't satisfied with their role? What's going to happen if it's a James Harden night where he ends up shooting extremely poorly, or Kyrie Irving ends up shooting extremely poorly, or Kevin Durant gets injured? It's something that can unravel. But I do like Milwaukee is certainly a more complete team, a much better bench, and I think that their second unit is going to absolutely have to dominate Brooklyn's to win this series. But like, when all 3 of those guys on Brooklyn are going, it's so hard to say, hey, you know what, Milwaukee, I think, still has the edge. And that's my worry. Like, I'm rooting for Milwaukee because I want Giannis to take that team and that city to an NBA Finals. I think that they deserve it, and this is their window to do it. But it's going to be a tough series for them.
While Brooklyn would be fun, you mentioned the city. Like, could you imagine the city of Milwaukee in July with the NBA Finals going on?
I mean, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, they're going to be bonkers because it's not going to be the same in Brooklyn. I mean,
no.
Obviously the fans in Brooklyn, the Nets fans are starving, but they're always going to be little brother to the Knicks. They just are.
Did you know, Rodney, that the cheapest playoff ticket in round 1 was for a game in Brooklyn?
Yeah, not surprised.
And that's like New York City where everything's more expensive, but the Nets are having a hard time getting people interested, even with all these stars.
Yeah, obviously with the Knicks in the playoffs. Well, they were in the playoffs. It looks like they are going to be eliminated. We'll go ahead and move to that. So the Knicks, let's catch up on that score. Do you have the score in front of you? Oh, they did officially lose 103-89. That was within the last several minutes. So the Atlanta Hawks have moved on. And what world did we actually think the Atlanta Hawks would be in the second round? I don't know as if I ever at any point was like, I really think Atlanta will be in the second round. So now they're going to get Philadelphia. So actually that makes the East over, isn't it? The East first round is now over.
Yeah, it's all done. So it's all done.
Because it's adios Knicks and it was good night Wizards in the NBA tonight. That Wizards game was 129-112. And it looks like we're going to be saying good night to the Memphis Grizzlies as well, as Utah is up just huge in that game, 47-27 early. So, I mean, what are we looking at? We're looking at the Lakers and Suns, and we're looking at the Clippers and Mavericks, and that's it, right? Oh, no, we got Portland and Denver.
Nuggets and Blazers, that was an amazing game yesterday. I absolutely did not watch a second of the Lakers second half, and I spent most of my time on that Denver-Portland game for good reason.
And as a Lakers fan, that had to hurt you.
It did, yeah. I was not upset that Anthony Davis sat because at the end of the day, he wasn't going to be 100%. And I thought that a lot of times, particularly on defense, he would have been a liability if he was trying to go out there. I was just not expecting a total GCD effort from the entire team. It was awful. And I know Phoenix was hitting shots and Phoenix was getting a lot of calls, but it was just a miserable effort by the Lakers. And yeah, I'm legitimately worried about tomorrow because I don't know what the status of AD is. There's mixed reports. They're saying still game time decision. I'm really worried about it.
You know what really bugs me? And I wouldn't call myself a LeBron lover or a LeBron hater. I like LeBron more than I dislike LeBron. Mm-hmm. But so what? So he left the game last night with 5.5, 6 minutes to go. And all the memes and all the talk is, oh, Jordan would never do that. Goats don't do that. They don't quit on their team. This is a totally different era of basketball. He went back. He got his treatment. We are literally everything that guy is doing. People are just nitpicking. Oh, LeBron, oh, LeBron, oh, LeBron, oh, LeBron. I mean, give the guy a break. I mean, he is the best player of this era. Whether he's better than Jordan or not, who freaking cares anyway? You're never going to know. You're never going to get over that argument, but leave the guy alone. I mean, gee, Christmas. I know you probably will agree with that one.
I'm wearing a LeBron James shirt right now as we speak. I don't know if you can see a little LeBron right there from his Miami days.
That's your guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's my guy. And I've always been a huge defender and supporter. And I was the person who, when the whole argument was, oh, he's not clutch in the playoffs, that was like, well, actually, he's maybe the most clutch in these late game situations. And Rodney, and I truly believe this, I do not think we will ever see a more divisive athlete as long as we're alive, who is just put under a microscope for every single thing that he does. As well as he has.
And he's never been arrested.
No.
He's never, yes, does he complain to officials? Yes. Join the list of NBA greats that do. Every single one of them does.
Everyone.
Yes, he complains about officiating. I also remember Michael Jordan and those guys complaining about officiating. And so, I know politics is part of it. Okay. So he's standing up for BLM and he wants equal right, whatever. But is that why? I don't get the premise behind it, or is it so much Jordan love? That's what it is.
It's a mix. It was Jordan. It was him versus Kobe for a long time, especially in LA, and a lot of Lakers fans even had this anti-LeBron sentiment because they didn't want anyone besides Kobe to be the best player in the league. And it has just escalated then with his time in the Big Three. And I thought it would go away with Cleveland, but then it's like, oh, well, they can't beat Golden State. And it's always going to be that way. And I don't think that there has been an athlete who has been more under a microscope, but has handled it as well as he has. Because really, and you mentioned it, you hit it right on the head. He has really had a phenomenal career off the court. And his life decisions, like to put up with the amount of pressure that he did when he was 16 years old on the cover of Sports Illustrated and was able to exceed those expectations to the nth degree is something that we'll never see again.
And then, the point will be, well, I don't like that he flops.
Yeah. They're always going to find something. They're always going to find some reason. It's always, oh, it's because of BLM. Oh, it's because he flops. Oh, it's because of the super team, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on from that. So that's the NBA. Of course, we'll have the Lakers game tomorrow as well. So that'll be an interesting one. Yeah, you don't have a great feeling about that Lakers game, do you?
No, because I'll just put it this way. I do not. And now the Lakers have to win 2 elimination games with a roster that is clearly struggling. Phoenix just has a ton of momentum. They feel like they can bury the Lakers tomorrow in LA. Anthony Davis is not going to be 100% at all. I don't have a good feeling about it.
We forgot this one. I guess real quick, the legacy of Dame. I mean, it's going to be also important that he wins a title sometime, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no. I think if he could spend his whole career in Portland and have this reputation as being one of the best clutch scorers in league history, I think that we'll remember him for that. Certainly the title thing is going to come up, as it does for a lot of the NBA greats who haven't won one. But what I want to know is what's stopping free agents from coming to Portland? Because I know Damian Lillard has kind of spoken out and says, oh, he's not going to leave Portland. He doesn't want to be a part of a super team. But why can't players go to him then?
Well, because it's Portland, Oregon.
What's wrong with Portland, Oregon, though?
I mean,
what's wrong with Portland?
I just don't think that's really a desirable city for them to play in. I know. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to Portland, Oregon in my life.
Yeah.
Never once. Never, not once. So I don't know. But I mean,
seems like a nice enough place. I mean, I don't think that that's the issue. I mean, I think Giannis could get people to Milwaukee. I don't think players really care about the location anymore. I think they just want to win.
Yeah. I mean, smaller market, Portland. I don't know. I mean, there might be some guys that don't want to play on either coast. I don't know. I mean, I'm grasping at straws here. But yeah, I mean, for me, like that, it was just an incredible game. And he is, like, if you throw out like who is Mr. Clutch in the NBA right now, I think it's got to be Damian Lillard. I mean,
it's not even close.
Yeah, he's at the top of the list, and I don't even know where a close 2 would be.
By the stats and by the eye test, it's Damian Lillard for the person that you want taking the last shot in the game. It's not close whatsoever. No. I think if you had to pick a number 2, I would probably say Kevin Durant just because his shot is so unguardable. Yeah. But, I mean, Damian Lillard just seems like he can make anything in those moments.
Moving to the ice, we are down to about 12 minutes left of the show. Remember, rule number, I believe, is 5. This show will not go longer than 30 minutes, period. We will stop you at 30 minutes. We're getting closer to that time. We still have the Sias coming up a little bit later as well.
There's a lot of them. A lot of them. And like half of them are just today. Sias.
Yes. Today was a big Sia day. Again, this is the Sports 2.0 Network, the Get the Kids to Bed version of the Sports 2.0 Network. Rodney Knuppel, Tim Van Straten. Montreal Canadiens won 5-3 tonight against the Jets. Can the Canadiens actually win the cup? I mean, there's no, right?
No, they can't. I think it's more the fact that they're even in this position has everything to do with the fact that the Toronto Maple Leafs, more than Carlos Martinez, more than anyone in the Cardinal bullpen, more than anyone else that we have mentioned in this program, are the ultimate GCDs in the sports world.
Well, more than Jordan Spieth?
I'll say yes, more than Jordan Spieth. Yeah, the Maple Leafs were up 3-1. They had 2 home games. They dominated that division. They dominated Montreal all season long.
They have one of the best players in the game
for that team.
Literally have one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, leading goal scorer in the league who scored 1 goal in 7 games. What do you do with that?
And Marner didn't score any, did he?
No.
See ya, Toronto. I mean, a lot of people obviously like, I know that Montreal. I don't know if there's a difference between Montreal and Toronto. A lot of people like that because they're anti-Toronto, anti-Canada. Well, the other Canadian team won, but now we've got Canadians, Jets. The winner likely is going to get. Well, the winner will get the winner of the Vegas Colorado series because they're going to be top seed while these guys are going to be bottom seed.
Right. Yeah. Because they're going to reseed it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if Montreal wins this series, to me, I think Colorado is just destined to be in the Stanley Cup final. Yeah. Doesn't it just feel that way?
Yes. And that's tonight, Colorado and Vegas. A lot of people, especially out in Vegas, were clamoring that extra night off will help the Golden Knights. I'm not so sure about that. Dan comments in Toronto Maple laughs. Good one there from Dan.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. Laughs. Anyway, so that's our hockey talk for tonight. Colorado and Vegas coming up here any minute as they get game 2 going, and then they'll shift that series over to Vegas. All right, so we decided we are going to talk a little golf tonight, but we've literally got about 2.5 minutes of golf talk before we get to the Cias. Who's going to win the Memorial this weekend, Tim? And don't give me numbers.
All right, well, I won't give you numbers, but let me at least pull up some of the big names who are in this tournament. Can I at least do that?
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to know who's in, yeah.
All right, so I'll just rifle off some of the big names, just some of the ones that most golf fans are going to know. Bryson DeChambeau.
Yep.
Jordan Spieth.
Yep.
John Rahm. Rory McIlroy. Colin Morikawa. Hideki Matsuyama. Xander Schauffele. Justin Thomas. Patrick Cantlay. Tony Finau. Victor Hovland. So it's a pretty good tournament there over at Jack's course.
Yes, and who's going to win?
Oh, this is tough.
Not for me. I've got my answer.
Oh, I know you have your answer. I'm going to guess it's probably either Justin Thomas or Jordan Spieth.
How'd you know?
Is it one of those two?
It is. It's Justin Thomas.
It's Justin Thomas, yeah. Well, it's because it's the same 5 or 6 guys that you choose from every single time.
I'm getting him at 16-1, though, bro.
That's not bad, actually.
I know. Rahm, McIlroy, Spieth, DeChambeau, and Morikawa are all ahead of him.
So there are a couple guys that I'm looking at, and I'm just trying to do a quick glance here. I got a good feeling about John Rahm this week. I know we don't like John Rahm for whatever reasons, but I feel like we're due for a nice John Rahm winner, aren't we?
I think so. Hideki Matsuyama would be a runner-up pick for me at 25-1. You've got John Rahm; he's 10-1. Yeah, I mean,
he'll miss the cut. He'll miss the cut. Don't even worry about it.
I mean, Tony Finau is a guy we both always like and has a chance. So Gary Woodland's an interesting play to me because, we played him a couple weeks ago and he just completely tanked it. Then he came back and came up with a runner-up. I don't remember the events. We'd have to get a nerd on here to know all the events, but I don't know them all. But anyways, Gary Woodland's 55-1.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the guy win events before and we know he can get streaky. He might miss the cut, but who cares? I mean, obviously, if you're going for broke and, who cares if he missed the cut or he's 8 back going into, day 3. It doesn't matter. You need him to win or not. And he's a guy who could win. So at 55-1, I think that's a flyer worth taking. Now, we are not the experts. The golf show was on a little bit earlier. If you missed it, of course, go back to our YouTube Sports 2.0 network and listen to the golf guys. They did a great job breaking it down because we don't know what we're talking about when it comes to golf. Mm-mm.
And yet we find a way to beat the experts. I don't know how. We'll do it.
I don't understand that. They look at numbers and crunch numbers and sleep with the numbers. And we pick 6 guys and we always finish ahead. I don't get it.
I mean, that just goes to our brilliance, I guess. I don't know. But I'd throw all your money at Justin Thomas, I guess.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see it time. We got about 7 minutes left. We got a lot of them. So, Tim, we got to get them started. I might interject in a few. Again, since this is day 3 of our show, I probably should explain it. Between Sunday's show and Wednesday's show, these people were eliminated somehow, some way from their position, their job, they're on the DL, whatever it is. We're not doing death.
You'll figure it out as we start to name some names here.
All right, here we go.
All right, again, this is from Sunday night. All right, see a water bottle Celtics fan.
Oh yeah, jail. Bye-bye. And he's the type of
such dumbasses, man. What's the matter with people?
He's the type of guy that has a Twitter account called Tatum times 69 or something too. Right? I mean,
no, Jason Tatum, too young, too black. It's definitely like Michaela's King, 420.
420. I love Ainge.
I love Ainge. Oh, well, Danny Ainge, we got him later on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so after Celtics fan, we got see ya Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, it's suspended.
Yeah, 2 games. See ya Toronto Maple Leafs.
Bye-bye, my Toronto Maple laughs.
This is for my Angels. See ya Jose Quintana. He's
Bye-bye.
on the IL.
Yeah, well, so is Jack Flaherty.
Yeah. See ya Naomi Osaka. I don't know how much you want to get into this whole thing, but
yeah, I'm just not. I mean, whatever. People are going to have differing opinions on that. I'm not going to blame her. I'm not going to bash her for it. I mean, if she feels like she needs to sit out, then sit out. It is what it is.
I think it's a much more complicated issue than just like, oh, yes, she's right, or no, she's wrong. I think that there are things that she definitely could have done better, but also things that the media could be doing a lot better and the tennis could be doing a lot better.
Yeah, imagine that. Media is blowing it up.
See ya Joel Embiid.
Joel.
Out tonight officially, but didn't matter, clearly. See ya Jack Flaherty, as you mentioned, on the injured list, a significant oblique injury, and things are not trending well for the Cardinals right now.
No, Cubs are hot. Cardinals are not. I don't know who's going to pitch every 5 days. Kim sucks. John Gant goes like 5 innings a night, so then they got to use the bullpen. Wainwright's like 50. Yeah, not great.
I love that John Gant's ERA is like 1.8. Yeah. But his whip is also like 1.8.
Yeah, he's like what Lance Lynn was doing a couple years ago. It's kind of a different Lance Lynn now, but like Lance Lynn was like Houdiniing every inning. He'd get up to like 120 pitches after 5 innings.
See ya, Steven Strasburg.
Yeah, see ya, Strasburg.
That extension is going to age miserably if it isn't already.
Yeah, it's like the 25th DL stint for him. Bye, Steven.
See ya, Boston Celtics.
Yeah, bye, Boston.
See ya, Danny Ainge. See ya, head coach Brad Stevens.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he's a coach, period. That's weird.
Our buddy Aaron hit it on the head earlier where he said that it was hilarious that he would rather just not coach at all than coach the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, and people are mad about that and like are not understanding of that. It's weird.
Colorado's up 1-0, by the way.
Surprise! Nathan McKinnon, probably.
I don't know who it was, but I'm going to guess yes. That team, they're outscoring opponents 11-1. I believe it was Brandon Saad who got the goal.
He's good too.
Yeah,
we got 3 minutes left, Tim.
See ya, Medina Spirit.
Yeah, cheater.
See ya, Bob Baffert. 2 years suspended.
Is that what it is? Yeah, and I mean the guy's like, I don't know how old is Bob Baffert. He's got to be in his 70s, right?
Too old. Time to take him behind the woodshed.
His hands are still going to be involved with this.
Yeah, I don't know. Horses. That's for you guys, you degenerates, to figure out. Okay. See you, Coach K.
Bye, Co. At 1 more year, though.
1 more year. Yeah, but this is like a 1 year ahead of now. See ya.
Yeah, and leave it to Coach K to be like do this way in advance so he can get all the notoriety going.
As Roy Williams just slinks into the night, never to be heard from again.
Yeah, Roy's like, bye. And Coach K's like, yeah, I'm going to retire in 14 months. And, at every status of every Duke fan today was like, boy, I sure hope they can win 1 more for Coach K. Well, of course you do.
Yeah. The whole nation is pulling for you, Dukies. Don't worry.
No. Yeah. Okay.
See ya Myles Garrett's basketball career.
Yeah, weird.
Didn't even know it started. See ya Donald Trump's blog.
27 days, right?
27 days. That's right. Less than a month.
You and I are not sad by that.
No, not even a little bit. See ya Wizards, see ya Knicks. Those were 2 late entries. 2 more for you, Rodney. See ya Madison Bumgarner. I believe he left today's start with an injury. Now, this is a premature one. I don't know if it's just precautionary, but I'm doing the see ya just ahead of time.
If that team wasn't in Phoenix, wouldn't he be like, okay, I'm out. Like, this sucks. Are they going to trade him at the deadline?
I don't think anyone wants his contract, no, because it was like a 5-year deal that they gave him.
Yeah, I guess my point is, like, he's living in Phoenix, but on just a brutal team.
And he's also not very good. It's not like teams are lining up to trade for him right now.
No, he's not very good. He might be a better hitter than he is pitcher.
And then last but not least, see ya Owen Power's career.
I don't know this one.
Owen Power is currently the it's not the overwhelming favorite, but he is the favorite to be the number 1 pick in the 2021 NHL draft.
The
NHL draft lottery was earlier tonight. The Buffalo Sabres got the first overall pick, their second first overall pick in the last 4 years. So see ya Owen Power's career, assuming that he goes there because he's not going to win anything in Buffalo.
What did the Blackhawks get to?
They actually stayed put at 11. I was amazed by that.
Yeah.
Yes. So they stayed put. Everyone stayed put. It's Buffalo 1, Seattle moved up to 2, and the Ducks are 3rd.
Kraken. I'm a little concerned in Seattle that the Blues might dangle Vladimir Tarasenko to Seattle.
Why are you concerned about that? He's not good anymore, Rodney.
We got to go, man. We got 20 seconds left of the show.
This was fun. Let's do it again a few days from now.
Sunday night, I'll be in Fort Lauderdale. We'll have another show. This is the Sports 2.0 Network, the Get the Kids the Veg version. He is Tim Big Unit Van Straten. I am Rodney Knuppel. So long for just a while. Thanks for listening.